Hey, so I've been looking into Electro Traveler a little bit and I was thinking, maybe he's not as bad as I thought he was. Is he still kind of bad? Yeah, because his damage is not the best. So we're going to see just how much damage he can actually do in a team that actually works, right? So this is my Traveler. He's got the best possible things that he can have, at least for the things that I have right now. He's got pretty decent crit rate, good crit damage, 204 energy recharge, which is good because that's really what he wants. He's not really supposed to be damage. He is supposed to be a mini Raiden, because that's literally what every single Traveler is just a mini version of the Archon. So he's supposed to be an energy recharge person for the team, but because he is free, he's not going to be as good as Raiden, but 204 is still pretty good for that, especially because of his talents. Like this one will give more energy depending on his energy recharge, but he is holding the Amenoma that we got in Inazuma. I would say this is a pretty good weapon for him, especially of the free-to-play swords that we have. We don't really have good free-to-play swords, especially support swords, so this one is very much needed for him. I think it's going to be his best sword. So artifacts, like I said, he is running the Emblem of Severed Fate, which is going to be the main one you're probably going to want to go for, because even though he doesn't do that much damage, just trying to have more damage on the team is always going to be better. So like I said, these are going to be, all of them, the best ones that I have. So a lot of these are very, very good, except maybe this one. This one's okay. This one is fine, but everything else is pretty good for the most part. And then constellations, I currently only have C3. It was C2. This was the thing that got me thinking. That was reduces Electro Res by 15%. Beto technically has that, and that's why we're going to be using her on a team, but Beto's is only C6, and I don't have that. Mine is barely C2, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine is only C2. Yeah, my Beto is only C2, but she gets the exact same thing, pretty much exactly the same thing for her ult, but it's on C6, so being able to have it at C2 for the Traveler is very, very good if you do not already have a C6 Beto. A good amount of people are not going to have a C6 Beto, so this next one is going to be for energy, but that's kind of whatever. C6 is going to increase his damage a little bit, not by much, it's just for every 3 that you attack, but it lasts for 12 seconds, and you can do it every 0.5 seconds, so that's 24 at the most. So even then, it's just going to be 8 of them are going to have increased damage, so it's not really going to increase his damage by a lot, but it is nice to have. Of course, I don't have them yet because I'm pretty sure you can get them from the Statue of the Seven, which I have not even finished anything in Inazuma. My Inazuma map is basically not even completed. So his talents are going to be 166, 169 with the constellations. So yeah, like I said, I've done nothing in Inazuma. This is my completion so far. I have really done nothing. I finished Nanokami Island a while ago, and we're starting to move on to the next one, but we still have a lot. We still have a lot to go. I've not done anything, but that's just the way it is. So the team that I'm going to be using him on is going to be this Electro Charged Child team. I guess one of his only teams. His other team is going to be a Melt Comp, which is probably honestly going to be dealing more damage in the long run, but Electro Charge is still good to have, especially because Kokomi is coming out soon, and you're most likely going to be able to do the same thing as Child with her. So all 3 elemental skills. Does 2.7, I think that's what that was. And we'll see his ult damage with 0 support as well. That didn't crit. So see his 0 support. Still didn't crit. Okay, the Eye of the Storm died, so we're gonna go over to Dragonspine to test that out. We're still collecting our what are they called? Crimson Agates. I don't know how many we have at this point, but so I've been collecting them for a long time now, and we are at 200. Is there really any reason to do this? No, but there's just a waste of time, really. But what else are you going to do in Genshin? So now we can finally see his ult damage without support. Hopefully it crits this time. 6.2, I think that was a 6.9 over there on the left. That's still pretty good. It's not amazing, obviously. But for a support unit, that's not exactly awful. Especially because a lot of the damage on this team is just going to be coming from Electro Charge. And it's really good that he supplements energy, because then with Child, eventually I'm going to have him on a Shimenawa set, so whenever he uses his skill, he's not going to have his ult, but he's going to be attacking a lot. And I think it's one of the passives, or at least the ult of Traveler. Whoever attacks gets energy. So then Child will eventually still have his ult up, which is really good. And again, you can still do this with Kokomi. Okay, but what about a Bennett buff? Okay, I understand he has 50 crit rate, but seriously, come on. Oh, and I forgot to mention that you can also use him in an Overload team. Of course, Overload is going to be a little bit more of a hassle to deal with. You're probably going to have to use a Yanfei but that is still an option for him. Now we'll really see with the Bennett buff. 3k every single like tick if it actually crits. Alright, let's try it again. Build more crit rate on your characters. This is your PSA. Okay, let's try this again, like the 5th time. 9,000, finally. 9,000 is not exactly amazing, but again, he is a support character. He's not really going to have amazing damage. And as always, we're going to try it in Spiral Abyss because realistically, this is the end game content of the game. I'm always going to be going here. So like I said, this is not the best team. He's not going to be the best unit in this slot. If you do have a C6 Fischl, which I know, again, C6, a lot of people aren't going to have that, but more people have C6 Fischl than probably a C6 Beto. So if you do have a Fischl, she's probably going to be better in this team than Traveler, but Traveler as a free-to-play unit is still pretty good despite being a free unit. And I also forgot that my child's damage is not very good because right now he is on a physical build because I've been trying to do Senora. I've been practicing that fight a little bit, the solo, but you know, she's a very hard boss. It's taking a long time. Let's try it again versus these guys, and hopefully they're not going to be affected by the Electro thing this time. Oh, we got an 11k right there. So it's going to be a little bit hard to distinguish which one is Beto and which one is the Travelers, but just assume that the higher damage number is Beto's. I mean, doing that much damage with the Traveler is like not the worst. It could definitely be better, but of course this team is not really optimized right now because Beto doesn't have really good artifacts and my child is not even doing Hydro damage. But it's just kind of like a mini showcase of the Traveler, what you can do as a free-to-play build, as a free-to-play unit. Of course he's not going to be the best, but with Electro and like Hydra specifically, you can kind of use him on multiple teams. Like I said, you can use him on an Overload team, Electro Charge team, either with Child if you happen to have him. Honestly, you can do Barbara as well. Kokomi, hopefully she can do that as well, but we'll have to see with her. But as a very budget character, he is pretty good. Like I said, Fischl is just going to be better than he is. So there's really not much going on with Traveler. He doesn't really have anything unique to him. He is an energy recharge kind of guy, but his elemental skill only generates 1 particle unless you pick up the things. So it's like, is he really going to be a good battery for Beto? Probably not. But for me, because I do not have a C6 Fischl, nor do I have another electric character built, I am probably going to be using him on this team because it's honestly not that bad. But if you enjoyed the video, hope you're having a fantastic day. Like and subscribe if you want. I would really appreciate it. Tickle my bell if you want, and I will see you in the next one, which will be Spiral Abyss because it's resetting, and hopefully it only resets 11 and 12 because I don't want to do all of them in a row, but that's going to be the next video. So I will see you then. Bye-bye.